us together. This morning, as we go through the order of service, much of what we're going to be doing is printed in your bulletin, and we will refer you to that to participate with us. As we were praying this morning, we were reminded that, bless your hearts, you are not the audience today. You're the participants. We are all worshiping God together. He is the only audience today. And it is our desire simply to lead as together we worship Him and give Him the glory, honor, and praise that He is due for all that He has done on our behalf in Jesus and elsewise. So we will be referring you to your bulletin throughout, and just want to say a word of recognition to our artists, our resident artists, Bill and Mary Fugit, who created the banners that you see behind me and around us. And but these are new additions, and I think they did a wonderful job, don't you? That I'm going to get fussed at because Mary's repeatedly said that this is not for them, it's for the Lord, and to honor Him. So I'll just go ahead and say that, Mary, and we'll be on the record. but He certainly used you to do a beautiful thing. It's a true blessing, and it's for Him. Amen. All right, so let's begin to worship the Lord this morning. Happy Easter.
Let's pray. Father, we love you, praise you. We thank you for this glorious day that we celebrate in this day. And Lord, there's no other purpose for us to come here this morning other than to worship you. You truly are our audience. So Lord, we ask that you would find our worship fitting for you. Help us to clean out our hearts, to put anything aside that doesn't belong there that would not be for your glory. We pray, Father, that you would be with us as we worship you in every way, in our song, in our words, in our lives. Be with everything that's said and done here today. And may your name be given glory. We ask, Lord, that as we leave this place today, that we will not leave our worship here, but that we will continue throughout this following week to worship you and to bring glory to your name. Wherever we go, whether it's grocery stores or work or our communities, let our lives be lights that shine for your glory. Lord, we ask this all in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
It is John 20, verse 1 through 18. And it's on page, in our Pew Bibles, it's page 1052. Early on the first day of the week, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene went to the tomb and saw that the stone had been removed from the entrance. So she came, returning to Simon Peter. She came running to Simon Peter and the other disciple, the one Jesus loved, and said, "They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we don't know where they have put him." So Peter and the other disciple started for the tomb. Both were running, but the other disciple outrun Peter and reached the tomb first. He bent over and looked in at the strips of linen lying there, but did not go in. Then Simon Peter, who was behind him, arrived and went to the tomb. He saw the strips of linen lying there, as well as the burial cloth that had been around Jesus' head. The cloth was folded up itself, separate from the linen. Finally, the other disciple, who had reached the tomb first, also went inside. He saw and looked. They still did not understand from Scripture that Jesus had rose from the dead. Then appears to Mary Magdalene. There the disciples went back to their homes, but Mary stood outside the tomb crying. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb and saw two angels in white, seated where Jesus' body had been, one of the head and the other at the foot. They asked her, "Woman, why are you crying?" "They have taken my Lord away," she said, "and I don't know where they have put him." At this she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not realize that it was Jesus. "Woman," he said, "why are you crying? Who is it you are looking for?" Thinking he was the gardener, she said, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned toward him and cried out in Arabic, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said, "Do not hold on to me, for I have not returned to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am returning to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went to the disciples with the news, "I have seen the Lord," and she told them that he had said these things to her. May God bless our hearts to the reading of his word.
Would you join us in standing and let us read together responsively the responsive call to worship on the inside of your bulletin this morning. Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. The Lord has risen.
He is risen indeed.
The Lord has risen.
He is risen indeed.
Where, O death, is your victory? Where, O grave, is your sting? Death has been swallowed up in victory.
He is risen indeed.
Jesus Christ, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the image of the invisible God, and the firstborn over all creation, has risen.
He is risen indeed.
Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live, even though he dies. And whoever lives and believes in me will never die."
Thanks be to God. He gives us the victory through the Lord Jesus Christ.
The Lord has risen.
He is risen indeed.
Easter.
Yes, Easter. Chocolate. Easter. Easter bunnies, chocolate eggs, and new clothes.
Yes, but those are the fun parts of Easter. Easter's true meaning is Christ's resurrection.
Resurrection?
Yes, resurrection, when Christ rose from the grave. But it all started at the cross.
The people stood watching. But all those who knew him, including the women who followed him from Galilee, stood at a distance watching these things. And Jesus answered, but God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us.
In him we have redemption, through his blood, the forgiveness for sins, in accordance with the riches of God's grace.
If we claim to be without sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us.